So recently, there have been a ton of updates in the Roblox community that need to be addressed immediately. First off, Roblox's brand new Moments feature was just exposed for already having NSFW content on it, even though it's only been out for about a week. Then, a whole Roblox game got called down on Twitter for letting players actually watch uncensored content on the platform. And to make matters even worse, the Attorney General of Oklahoma just announced that Roblox could be facing a potential lawsuit from their office because of the child safety issues. And this is coming barely a month after the Louisiana Attorney General launched their own lawsuit against Roblox just barely a month ago. Not sure if this is connected, but Roblox also just released the official logs of what was said during the Builderman Q&A event at RDC 2025. So there's a lot to cover in this video. But before we get into that, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your thoughts down below. Anyways, let's get right into it, starting with the entire situation surrounding Roblox's brand new Moments feature. When David Baszucki first revealed Roblox's version of TikTok called Moments at RDC 2025, they marketed it as the ultimate discovery experience, a new way to capture short clips in-game and share them in a TikTok-style feed. On paper, it sounded like a huge move for Roblox, something that can make discovering games and content a lot easier. But even before this feature dropped, a lot of people, including myself, were already extremely skeptical. I literally called this out instantly, saying this will 100% be used in the next 24 hours, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Barely a week into its release, Moments is already flooded with inappropriate content. Instead of it being a safe discovery tool for games for kids, it's turning into yet another unmoderated mess. And honestly, this isn't even surprising when you think about it. Roblox has struggled for years to keep up with moderating static content like UGC items, catalog avatars, or games themselves. Every time they roll out something new, whether it's layered clothing, voice chat, or dynamic heads, it gets used almost instantly. But Moments is on a completely different level. Instead of just static assets that moderators can review in advance, this is a non-stop feed of player-generated video clips being uploaded around the clock. It's basically Roblox trying to build their own TikTok inside the platform. And I mean, if we're being completely honest here, TikTok, with billions of dollars and a massive moderation team, still struggles to filter out inappropriate content. If we compare that to Roblox with apparently 3,000 moderators, nowhere near what TikTok has, how was this even a question in the first place? How was Roblox supposed to moderate this stuff in the first place? There was absolutely no chance that Roblox's systems would be able to hold up with this. The main problem here is that Roblox didn't just add a new feature here, they added an entirely new category of content to moderate. And with how big Roblox is, that means thousands of clips being uploaded every minute. Unless Roblox invested heavily in both automated AI scanning and a massive team of human reviewers, this outcome was completely inevitable. So what was originally pitched as a shiny new discovery tool has within a week already become a safety hazard. And for a platform that constantly brands itself as the future of kid-friendly gaming, the fact that children can scroll through Moments and find borderline NSFW content almost immediately is absolutely unacceptable. Before we move on to something even worse, I want to point out that this was already called out nearly 4 days ago, yet Roblox is still yet to punish them in-game. Their account hasn't been banned or touched at all, and the chances are that that video alone has already been watched over 100,000 times. That's how weak Roblox's response has been so far. But if you thought the Moment situation was bad, the next one is on a whole nother level. A Roblox game called My Movie was being exploited to host and share uncensored clips inside what was supposed to be a kid-friendly experience as branded as 5+ on Roblox. Players could actually browse this content by searching certain hashtags, and the screenshots speak for themselves. This was full-on material sitting right there on Roblox. Now to clarify, I actually joined the game myself just a few hours after the call-out post was posted, and by that time I wasn't able to find the specific video shown in the screenshots, which means the developers most likely stepped in and deleted it themselves. There is credit where it's due. The devs did act quickly once the problem was exposed, but there's a much larger issue regardless. The fact that this was even possible to get uploaded in the first place was a massive safety risk. Roblox's systems allowed uncensored to get uploaded, tagged, and even made discoverable inside a game rated for ages 5 and up. It should have never gotten to that point where outside developers had to clean up the mess that Roblox's moderation failed to prevent, and that's where Roblox's responsibilities are. It's another example of how broken their platform safety really is. Now this actually got up to the point where just yesterday, Oklahoma's Attorney General, Genter Drummond, publicly announced that his office has taken the first step towards legal action against Roblox over serious child safety concerns. In his own words, when a platform that markets itself to children becomes a hunting ground for We will take action to protect our kids. According to the official press release, Drummond's office is seeking outside counsel to investigate and possibly sue Roblox. The filing explicitly states that Roblox lacks adequate safety measures and is overrun with harmful content and child. It cites examples of games that have been allowed to exist on a platform with names like Escape to Epstein Island, Diddy Vibe, and Public Bathroom Simulator. Now, just to quickly interject my thoughts on this, I feel like the games being mentioned in this lawsuit are not necessarily the best examples to bring up. Don't get me wrong, those are obviously serious topics and they shouldn't exist on Roblox, but if we're being completely honest here, there are far worse games on Roblox that could have been mentioned in that filing. And for example here, just a random game from the top of my head, I'd say Meep City is a very good example, considering Meep City basically had Diddy parties inside of the game for a certain amount of time. If we're going for something that's currently on the platform, I'd like to say the XYZ games that are constantly showing up on Roblox right now. I mean, those games basically have straight up and thumbnails. Anyways, my main point here is that Diddy Vibe feels more like a surface level example compared to like other stuff that have actually slipped through Roblox's moderation that is a million times worse. Now, the filing actually went even further, documenting a report of groups of thousands of players openly trading cheese pizza and minors. It also pointed out a lawsuit that was already filed by the mother of an Oklahoma child who was targeted by a on Roblox. According to the complaint, posed as a 15-year-old boy, threatened to kill the girl's family if she didn't send content, and even admitted that he knew her home address and that she had a younger brother. Just to remind you all, Louisiana already filed its own lawsuit against Roblox on August 14, 2025, accusing the company of enabling child distributing material and failing to protect minors from. Louisiana's lawsuit pointed out examples that we mentioned earlier, like the Escape to Epstein Island, the Diddy thing, and the Public Simulator thing, but it also mentioned voice-altering tools used by adults pretending to be minors and what they describe as Roblox's lack of adequate age verification and warning to parents. Florida's Attorney General James Uttimer, hopefully I'm saying that right, got involved earlier this year on April 16, 2025 by issuing a subpoena to Roblox. The subpoena demanded documents about how Roblox markets to children, how it verifies ages, how it moderates chat rooms, and how parent controls are enforced or circumvented, and about reports of abuse from Florida users. Now, with Oklahoma stepping in too, Roblox is facing multiple state-level legal battles all centered around the same core issue: the platform failing to safeguard children. And this is where things get even more serious. Once you have multiple states targeting the same company over the same type of misconduct, it doesn't usually stay a state issue for long. That's when federal agencies start paying attention. If Roblox is being accused of facilitating the spread of failing to protect minors and profiting while the operate on the platform, that can trigger interest from the Department of Justice or even the FTC or Federal Trade Commission. The Department of Justice can get involved if there are violations of federal child laws, while the FTC can investigate whether Roblox engaged in deceptive trade practices, like, for example, marketing itself as a safe platform for kids while allowing this type of content to thrive. On top of that, Congress has already held hearings in the past about child safety in gaming and social media. If 3 or more states are actively suing Roblox at the same time, it creates the perfect storm for lawmakers to drag Roblox executives, maybe even David Baszucki himself, in front of the federal committee to testify. So while these state lawsuits are already a nightmare for Roblox, the bigger danger is that they could snowball into a nationwide federal case, and if that happens, Roblox won't just be fighting in state courts, they'd be fighting against the entirety of the US government. Now, before I end off this video, I actually want to speak about something that Roblox secretly released, and it's actually the official transcripts of the 2 Q&As from RDC of 2025, the safety Q&A from the 5th and the Builderman Q&A on the 6th of September. But here's the interesting thing. After looking through both of the transcripts, not a single time was Schlepp mentioned. The only important thing that I actually spotted in both of those transcripts is, one, both of the transcripts, when you try to download them, you could see that the file name represented that it was a second alteration of the thing, which means they altered the transcript for some reason. I'm not really that sure that it's that big of a point because, I mean, they could have been adjusting some stuff, they could have been censoring the names like they have here, but I did find that a little bit weird. The only other thing that I found that was like really crazy was this one thing that they said in the Builderman Q&A. David Baszucki was asked why Roblox doesn't punish its developers for bad behavior outside the platform the way YouTube or Twitch do. The person also went on to ask why a really big developer who is known for doing bad things off platform is yet to be punished from Roblox. And for some reason, the developer the person was referring to was removed in the transcript. While most removals in the transcript are to protect the privacy of the people asking, speaking, this removal felt really weird. Why would Roblox remove the name of the developer who is yet to be punished by them? David's response to the question was that it was very complicated and that Roblox usually judges developers based on what happens on Roblox. Under this logic, why was one of the main points in the lawsuit they filed against Ruben Sim 4 years ago due to off-platform behavior? If they were really sincere about their TOS, why would they care about some off-platform behavior regarding someone that they do not like, such as Ruben Sim, yet fail to moderate well-known developers who were exposed for engaging in disgusting actions off-platform? That was like the main thing that stood out for me. I mean, I'm not going to make too many assumptions here. I'm not going to say what I'm about to say is a fact, simply my take on the situation. I think that the removed developer that was mentioned by that developer was most likely Alex Neutron in reference to the whole furry party at RDC. It was a little bit worse than a furry party, I'll just say that. I'm pretty sure that that's who they were referring to. I don't know who else it could have possibly been. I mean, I know they recently started banning people like KanekoKit and Natharix off of Roblox for what I'd say is off-platform behavior, so I'm not really sure what their whole thing is here. I mean, I don't really understand. I'm pretty sure it was Alex Neutron, and they have a little thingy with Alex Neutron based off of that one interview with Matt Kaufman, Eliza, and David Bazuki, the one that was like possibly AI enhanced or generated. Anyways, again, back to my main point. That was the only like huge thing that stood out in this Q&A transcripts. They didn't mention anything about Schlep, although to be fair, it's pretty well understood why they didn't want to mention anything about Schlep. I mean, in the beginning of the RDC, they said something about like, hey, if you do any disruptions, we'll kick you out. Pretty sure by disruptions they meant mentioning Schlep. But again, I spoke to some of the attendees in RDC. They testified that they felt that mentioning Schlep would only result in them getting in major trouble and possibly not getting invited into future RDC events. So no hate to anyone who attended to RDC. I understand why you guys didn't want to speak about that or didn't mention it in the Q&A, and I completely understand that you guys don't want to get in trouble with Roblox. Anyways, I feel like this whole situation in general, the Schlep stuff, the Roblox getting sued thing, it's becoming an average Tuesday type of thing where Roblox gets in like huge drama with the law every week, basically. Don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure this is the 15th time this year Roblox is getting sued for child safety issues, which for a company that has children on them, it's pretty bad. Anyways, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video to help spread awareness about this. And obviously, please be sure to join my Discord server if you want to get faster updates on situations like these. I've been really busy lately, so getting videos out has been pretty difficult. Again, I'm sorry everyone who had to wait so long for this video. Anyways, until then, I'll see you guys in the next video, probably one coming out tomorrow about Forsaken drama, so be sure to watch that.